students, let us do one small topic in combinatorics or the principle of counting, that is called as derangements. Now what exactly is the meaning of this derangement is, suppose there are two seats in class, okay, and always A is sitting here and B is sitting here. Now suppose I entered as a teacher in a class and I said you should not sit at your own place. So what is the only possibility? That B will come here and A will go there. So this can be done only in one way. So I can say that D1 is equal to 1. Correct? So now what is happening? This is what is called the D arrangement. If you have only one element, this is D2 basically, two elements are there. So D2 is 1. If you have only one person sitting, and if I want to do the rearrangement, then this is not possible. So D1 value is always equal to 0. So suppose if I entered a class and there are 10 students sitting at different places, and when I enter the class I said all of you get up and sit at any place, but don't sit at the place where you are sitting right now. So that is called the derangement, and that can be done since there are 10 students, so D10. Same way, if there are 100 students, I will write D100. So that is what is the main concept of this topic. I want to do the derangement. Correct? So now, as now you got the idea that it is represented by Dn. What is the formula for Dn? Dn is n factorial 1 plus 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial dash 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 minus 1 to the power n upon n factorial. Or I can rewrite this as n factorial into summation k is equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power k upon k factorial. So if you use this directly in calculator, if you put the value, you will get the answer. Correct? So this is the one thing. Now in this, if suppose n is greater than or equal to 7. So if your n value is pretty big, I can form this as an exponential series. So this is an exponential series, and in that case, whenever I have n is greater than or equal to 7, my formula of Dn will be equal to n factorial into e to the power minus 1, which is almost equal to, as e to the power minus 1 value we know, 0.3679 into n factorial. So I can directly find out this. So if I am asking you to find the value of D22, so what you will be doing? 0.3679 into 22 factorial. Understood? So this is a simple formula. Now I'll give you one simple example. Suppose there are n students in a class. I came to the class and I distributed n books. To each student I distributed one book. So how many ways I can do it? N factorial ways. Correct? Now I collected back all the books. Next day again I went, and now again I am distributing the books, but I have to take care that none of the students should get the book what was allotted to them one day before. So they should get a different book basically. So now what I will do? I will do the derangement of n books. So that is Dn. So my answer will be n factorial into Dn. First I did like this and then I did like this. So in this case I can find out the probability also. What is the probability that none of them will get the same book? So that way questions also can be framed. I'll give you a few examples so you will understand how I can apply it. Okay. Now I'll take you one more example. Suppose I am asking you find out the value of D3 and say it is or D4. Okay. So D4, if I am finding out, see, let us take it as a question only. Find the number of derangement of 1, 2, 3, 4. So if without knowing the formula, if you want to do, how you will do? See, if you arrange these numbers, you have to make sure that you are arranging that 1 should not come here, 2 should not come here, 3 should not come here, and 4 should not come here. That is the concept. Okay. So now how you will arrange? See, you can place 2 here, 1 here, 4 here, 3 here. Correct. Then 2, 3, 4, 1. Then 2, 4, 1, 3. 3, 1, 4, 2. Then 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, 2, 1. 4, 1, 2, 3. 4, 3, 1, 2. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now This way you can do, but if the numbers are more, you can't keep on writing. There is a high chance of doing a mistake. That is the reason we apply the formula. Now let us apply the formula. If I apply the formula d4, so what is my formula? N factorial, so 4 factorial. Then in bracket I have 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial. Correct? Which is nothing but 24. Then 1 minus 1 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 4 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24. Correct? And which is nothing but 9. So let me cross check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I am done. Understood? So this was one simple example. Now let us see this. If I am finding out d5, so what I will be doing? Now all of you pause the video and calculate d5. If you use the summation formula directly in calculator, you can fix the summation formula and then just keep on changing the values. Right? So it will be 5 factorial. 1 minus 1 upon 1 factorial plus 1 upon 2 factorial minus 1 upon 3 factorial plus 1 upon 4 factorial minus 1 upon 5 factorial, which will be equal to 44. Same way d6 will be equal to 265. Now when I am doing d7, I will be applying my shortcut formula. So 7 factorial into e to the power minus 1, which is almost equal to 7 factorial is 5040 into 0.3679. So my answer will be 1854. And d8 is equal to 40320, that is 8 factorial into 0.3679. So 14833. So it is a matter of seconds when you do it on calculator. Right? Now let us see the application part, application questions. Now look at the first question. While at racetrack, a person bets on each of the 10 horses in race to come in accordance to how they are favored. Okay, maybe that there is a race going on and they have numbered the horses. Okay, usually they will get this type of position. Okay, now in how many ways can they reach the finish line so that he loses all his bet? Means if he is saying ki fifth horse will reach on the second position, sixth horse will reach on this position, so all the bets he is failing, he is losing all his bets. So basically they have already numbered the horses. Okay, he has in mind ki which horse will reach at which position, and so positions are fixed. Now you want to lose, means you have to do derangement of the positions. So how many positions are there? 10 positions. So basically your answer is D10. So D10 is how much? D10 is equal to e to the power minus 1 into 10 factorial, which is almost equal to 0.3679 into 10 factorial, which is equal to 1335035. So this is my answer. Correct? Now let us see one more question. From the set of all permutation of n distinct object. Now permutation come. Okay. All n distinct objects. So n objects, how many permutation? N factorial. Okay. One permutation is chosen at random. Find probability. Now probability word the moment I used. So you should remember favorite upon sample space. Okay. Find probability that it is not a derangement. So let me say कि I will find out, let it be derangement. So not a derangement will means what? Probability is 1 minus dn upon n factorial. Now understand this formula. First, when I am saying what is the probability that it is a derangement. So total way how you can arrange is n factorial. That will become your denominator, sample space. And number of derangement is what? This. And my question is not a derangement. So 1 minus this. Correct. So I will put the values. So P is equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 factorial plus 1 by 3 factorial dash 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 minus 1 to the power n upon n factorial. As simple as that. Now let's move to the next question. There are n pairs of children gloves in a box. So there are n pairs, okay, and obviously when I am saying pair, the gloves will have a right hand glove and a left hand glove. Each pair is of different color, okay. Suppose so means there are n different colors, right? Now first right gloves are distributed. if I am distributing right gloves, how many ways I can do it? N factorial ways I can distribute it. That you keep in your mind. Now what I am doing? Now I am distributing the left one. Okay, and what is my question? Find the probability that no child gets the matching pair. So it is exactly the same way as I was talking about a book. The first day I went, I gave n books. So that I can do in n factorial ways. Okay, and next day when I am going, I am distributing again, but in such a way that they should not get the same book. So dn was the number of ways. So answer was n factorial into dn. Now same thing I will be doing. When I am saying no child gets the matching pair, this will happen when first pair I gave n factorial ways. First right hand glove I gave n factorial way, and left hand should not be the same color, so dn. So that is how I can give. So what is the probability? They are talking about the probability. So probability is that I can distribute in n factorial ways and they should not get the same one. Probability should be dn by n factorial. Correct. So that will become your P1. Okay. Now next one is the event when every child gets the matching pair. So what is the probability? That is 1 upon n factorial. Correct. Now the third case is exactly 1 gets the matching pair. 1 gets the matching pair when I am talking. How I should talk? Ki 1 I gave. So that person has got a pair. Remaining should not get. So there should be derangement of n minus 1 gloves. So my P3, let me name it. It is dn minus 1 upon n factorial. Okay. Now the next case is at least 2 children get the matching pairs. 2 children get the matching pair means suppose all are getting, minus 1 is not getting and 2 is not getting. So P1 plus P3, which we have already find out in the previous two parts, right? So this is how you should do this question. Okay, now let's see the next question. There are 8 letters to 8 different people to be placed in 8 different address envelopes. Find the number of ways doing this so that at least one letter gets the right person. So at least one means 1 minus none. So my target will be none is getting at the right place. So first of all, how many ways you can place 8 letters in 8 envelopes is 8 factorial. So I am doing 8 factorial and I don't want anyone to get the correct one. So what I will do? Minus D8. I want at least one to get the correct one. So if 1 is getting, I am happy. 2 is getting, I am happy. So 8 factorial gives all the possibility. Letter 1 is going in first envelope, letter 1 is going in second envelope, like that. And what are the derangement I am subtracting? So remaining can be the correct one. Because I won't count a arrangement in a derangement. Suppose 1 is not going at 1 envelope, 2 is not going at 2 envelope, but 3 is going at 3 envelope. So then that combination won't be a derangement. So when I am subtracting D8, means if 1 is going at correct, I won't mind. D8 represent when none of them is going at the correct position. So this will give me the answer that at least 1 will go at a correct place. Because I am okay with 1 also, I am okay with 2 also, I am okay with 3 also. Correct? Now let us see the next question. Okay, so the next question is for the positive integers 1, 2, 3 up to n, there are 11660 derangement. Okay, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 appear in the first 5 position. What is the value of n? Now what they are saying that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 can be deranged in the first 5 places in d5 ways. First 5 positions, and we are doing derangement, so that can be done, that is d5 basically. Okay, and the last n minus 5. Now if 5 is removed from n, what is left? N minus 5. Okay, they can be deranged in dn minus 5 ways. Hence the number of derangement being considered is d5 into dn minus 5. Correct? And which is given as 11660. Okay, now I will try to solve this. What is the value of d5 and dn minus 5? So dn minus 5 is equal to 11660 upon d5. Correct? So I will do it as we have already find out the value of d5. that is 44. So this is equal to 265. Now dn minus 5, okay, is equal to 265. Correct? So now n minus 5 is equal to 6. So n is equal to 11. Correct? So this is how we have to do the questions. So I got n is equal to 11. Now let's move to the next question. And here how you assume that here it is D6, because we know that 265 is the value of D6. Okay, randomly I have not taken 6. 265 is the value of D6. Okay, so that is how I got the number. Now let's see the last question. In how many ways can the integers be arranged in a line so that no even integer is in its natural place? So now here I will be merging the concept of derangement as well as the concept of inclusion and exclusion. Okay, so now see, when you are arranging first 10 numbers, when I am saying 2a1, I am considering a set where 2 is not at its original place. So b1, 1 is at original place, 2 is not there, 3 is at correct place, 4 is at correct place, like that, and the 2 can go and sit anywhere else. So that is what I want. So how many ways I can do it? 9 factorial ways. Okay, same way for 4 I can, if I say, it will be also 9 factorial ways. For 5 also it can be 9 factorial ways. So 2 is not coming at its natural place. 2 is coming at its natural place is my A1. See, understand one thing. My target is to find out that 2 should not come at its natural place. So what I am doing, I am fixing 2. I am fixing 2 at its natural place. So now what are the other permutation? For remaining 9 numbers I have permutations. Okay. So A1 is the category when 2 is at its natural place. A2 is a category where 4 is at its natural place. An is a category where n is at the natural place. Here I have till 10. So A10 basically. Okay. Now let's come to the next thing. Now if I want to say that no even number should come at its natural place, means basically I am looking for this, which was our n complement we have already studied, and n complement formula is this. Now tell me in how many ways you can arrange 10 numbers? 10 factorial ways. And what is S1? S1 is A1, A2, okay, plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6 plus A7 and all. So it will be 5C1 into 9 factorial. Now from where this 9 factorial is coming? 9 factorial is coming because A1 represent, okay, A1 represent 2 is fixed. So remaining 9 numbers can be permuted. So 9 factorial. Then A2 is what? 4 is fixed. Remaining 9 are permutated. A3 is what? 6 is fixed and remaining 9 are permutated. So 9 are permutated and 5C1. From out of 5 even number, 1 I am taking. When I am talking about intersection, then 2 are fixed. So 8 factorial. Okay, 8 factorial will come because 2 you are removing. And there are 2 numbers which can permute, right? So 5C2. Same way, 5C3 7 factorial, 5C4 6 factorial, 5C5 5 factorial. So what is the value of n complement? 10 factorial minus this, substitute the value, you get this. So basically it is a mixture of both the concept we have studied, right? So this is the last topic called derangement for this particular playlist. If you have any doubt, let me know, and please subscribe the channel so that you can get the updation for the latest uploads. Thank you.